In this video, we are going to discuss some arm wrestling updates about these three gentlemen. Brian Shaw is taking his upcoming match against Leonidas Arcona very seriously, and he must do that. He has to take it seriously if he really wants to have a chance of defeating Leonidas Arcona, who's a more experienced arm wrestler in his home country, Germany. He has to be very serious. And we have already heard that Hermes Gasparini was contacted by Brian Shaw himself to come to Colorado in the mid of March and train him for his upcoming match. That collaboration, I'm quite sure, is going to be awesome. Hermes will train Brian, and then he'll also do some content, do some meetup with none other than the GOAT, John Brezink. Maybe Hermes can convince him there to have one more super match. We would all like to see that. But meanwhile, Philip Larson has also updated us that he's also going to visit Brian Shaw and help him train for his upcoming Leonidas Arcona match. That is good news. Brian Shaw is taking this match very seriously. Philip Larson is a very tough opponent. He's not the size of Leonidas Arcona, he's much taller, but the top roll kind of looks similar, where the hand is more dominant than the arm. So maybe he can replicate something there and actually train Brian Shaw in a manner that is going to help him in his next match. In yesterday's video, when Denis Tsyplenkov was asked about a potential rematch or rematches against Dave Chaffee and Monster Michael Todd, his answer was slightly disappointing. Before I tell you what he said, let's quickly talk about these matches that happened in the past. First of all, the Denis versus Dave Chaffee rivalry. Many Dave Chaffee fans like to say that Dave has a win over Denis Tsyplenkov, which is kind of true, but not true at the same time. In my opinion, you have a win over someone if you either beat them in a super match, or you place higher than them in a tournament, or you beat them more times than they beat you in that same tournament. And none of these three conditions qualify in the Dave versus Denis rivalry. In that Zloty tournament where Dave made Denis foul out a couple of times and won that round on fouls, Denis went to the B side, cleaned house there, came to the finals against Dave Chaffee, cracked his wrist a couple of times and won the trophy. So who beat who? You tell me. And then if we talk about the Monster Michael Todd match, yes, Michael also has about 3 pins or maybe 4 pins over Denis Tsyplenkov, but he also lost to Denis in tournament format and also a super match. But that doesn't mean that Denis can still beat both of these guys. In fact, nobody would be willing to believe that, including Denis Tsyplenkov, that he has any chance now. When asked about his interest in those potential rematches, Denis said that these are very high-level athletes. They are good athletes. They're popular veteran arm wrestlers and good human beings. So on principle, if everything was okay, that's what he said. I don't exactly know what he means by everything was okay. Is it just his health or something else is included there as well? I'm not sure. But if everything was okay, then yes, he would agree to both of those rematches without any problem. He would gladly do that. But the way things are going right now, he has to say no to both of them. And they're not going to happen, at least not in the near future. And then somewhere between this conversation, these two rematches, and the past Devon Larratt match or the future Devon Larratt left arm match, Denis also mentioned something about the amount of money that he received to fight against Devon on the right arm in 2023. He's expecting similar kind of money or maybe even more. I'm not sure if he was talking about another Devon match or a Dave Chaffee or Michael Todd match, because clearly he's not going to get that much money for the Chaffee or the Michael match. In an interview, Denis said that he got around $20,000 or maybe $30,000 for the second Devon Larratt match, and I got to know from a trusted source, you can guess who that guy was, and that person told me that Denis is absolutely lying. He got much more than $30,000 for that match. He just publicly doesn't want to admit that. But in the end, Denis said that it's not really about the money. He doesn't care about money that much, so he won't have these matches. Finally, looks like Monster Michael Todd's wish is going to come true. Take a look at this clip from Robert Baxter.
And you know, Michael is a big celebrity in Arkansas. You know, he's on the Arkansas Hall of Fame, and then also who he's going to be pulling is going to be pretty big too. I mean, so anyway, that's another big one.
I'll link the channel and the video in the description. Judging by Robert Baxter's excitement when he's announcing the June 6th Little Rock, Arkansas East versus West 24 event, it seems to me as if Levan'S may have agreed for a Michael Todd super match in June. And if that is the case, Michael Todd is also going to be the happiest guy in the world. He has been dreaming of this match since forever. He has been dreaming of becoming the #1 guy in the world, which he hasn't been able to do yet since forever. Robert said that Michael is kind of a celebrity in his hometown, and if he competes there, it is going to be real good news. The fans are going to gather in large numbers to support the monster. Let's see if that really happens. In the same podcast, Robert also talked about a potential collaboration with Pro Panja League.
And I would even say, working with India. I know Parvin with Panja League reached out to me a while ago, when things were really busy here. And I haven't responded back. I need to get back with him because there's got to be things that we can do to kind of work together to help.
Now that is something that is going to be really big. The highest pay-per-view selling and revenue generating league in the world collaborating with the most viewed league in the world, and maybe the league with the most potential in the world. I cannot wait to see that. Please let me know in the comment section if you have some suggestions for this collaboration. How do you think it should go?